Donald Trump won, and I am very, very afraid that he might deport my mother-in-law. She entered illegally to the country, and she lives in Street 4, number 47, apartment D, New York. That's right behind the green apartment. The gate is always open. You don't have any dogs either. It's Street 4.
Kurt, let's go. Kurt.
You're going to do these reads.
Oh, yeah. Microplastics are infiltrating every part of our lives. Scientists estimate we now consume a credit card's worth of plastic every single week through our food, our water, and even the air we breathe. One study found plastic particles in 100% of human lung samples. Nobody's safe from overexposure. It gets worse. These plastics just don't sit in your body. They cross the gut lining, they leach into your blood, and disrupt everything. They've been shown to alter gut bacteria, suppress your immune response, and increase your risk for neurodegenerative disease, metabolic disorders, and cancer. Some plastic toxins like BPA and phthalates mimic hormones, interfere with fertility, and damage DNA. Even if you eat clean or avoid packaged foods, you're still being exposed. You can't opt out. But your gut can help you fight back. Kimchi One from Brightcore Nutrition is a potent ally in this toxic world. It's packed with over 900 probiotic strains unique to kimchi and proven to break down BPA, helping you detox from the inside out. It doesn't just support digestion, it helps protect your cells, your brain, your hormones, and your future. Your body was never designed to handle plastic, but your gut was designed to protect you. You just have to give it the right tools. Right now, you can get 25% off with my code Dore, D-O-R-E, at the link below. For an even better deal, call my friends at Brightcore and get up to 50% off and free shipping. The number, 888-253-0418. How was that?
One more, Jimmy. Really smooth stuff.
Oh, we're doing one more?
We're doing multiple.
I'm crushing it.
You're really crushing it. I don't know how you're doing it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know where you to sit.
Hey, RFK Jr. is making reforms to organ donation policy, and for shocking reasons. You guys have seen this horrifying story about people's organs being harvested while they're still showing signs of life as their family begs for them to stop the surgery. Click the video on the screen to watch.
We're phasing that out, he said. The next 3 years, no more of that.
And one more?
We've got two more outro.
All right, folks, you're not going to hear this in the mainstream. Bank of America just warned that the United States dollar has plunged over 9% so far in 2025, one of the worst drops in decades. And the bank is now predicting a serious collapse in the dollar's value if the national debt and trade tensions continue to spiral. Well, the debt certainly is. Now listen, when the dollar craters, your bank account doesn't just lose value, it gets eaten alive by inflation. That's why I've teamed up with Monetary Gold. These are the guys who deal in real physical gold and silver, stuff you can actually hold, vault, and rely on. No Wall Street middlemen. So here's what you do. Head over to jimmylovesgold.com, download their free gold protection guide, or pick up the phone and call toll-free at 800-476-7790. That's 800-476-7790. Protect your wealth before the dollar hits the wall. Visit jimmylovesgold.com or call 800-476-7790 right now. Time's running out. Don't wait until it's too late.
Hey, who reported the organ harvesting thing? Because when I try to Google it, only China stuff comes up that China did it.
And they did an investigation. I think it was in Kentucky or was in Kentucky. Yeah. Hey, if you're stressed about taxes, maybe you missed the April deadline or your books are a mess, don't wait. The IRS is cracking down. Penalties add up fast, 5% per month, up to 25% just for not filing. But there's help. Tax Network USA can take the burden off your shoulders and stop the spiral before it gets worse. They've helped thousands of Americans, whether you're an employee, a small business owner, or haven't filed in years. Messy books? No problem. They've seen it all and know exactly how to clean it up. With direct access to powerful IRS programs and expert negotiators on your side, Tax Network USA knows how to win. You'll get a free consultation if you qualify. They may even be able to reduce your or eliminate what you owe. More importantly, they'll help protect you from wage garnishments or bank levies. So don't wait for the next IRS letter. Call 800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/Jimmy to talk to a real expert at Tax Network USA. Take the pressure off. Let the Tax Network USA handle your tax issues. Call 1-800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/Jimmy. I'm good at these.
I'm always very proud.
I hope so.
You know,
This dog
after
and cat are
25
hilarious.
years.
My dry cleaner, I walk in the other day. You always like the linen. I like linen shirt. You always like the linen. Yes, I like linen
Supposedly
shirts.
there's some health reason that it's better to wear linen, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, well, certainly linen's better than, polyester. I'll never wear polyester.
Or even cotton, supposedly. I don't know why.
I
though.
think cotton's good, but I like linen. Come see me on tour in Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, Illinois, Chicago, Louisville, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, San Francisco. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Boom. So, turns out the people in Ukraine are done with the Ukraine war. They don't want any more of it.
What?
Yeah, because yes. Watch.
Is Rachel Maddow know?
Yeah. Well, let's watch. This is from CNN.
There have been some absolutely major shifts. The idea that Ukraine's going to achieve complete victory, that idea has collapsed within Ukrainian society. What are we talking about here? Ukrainians on the war versus Russia. You go back to 2022, the start of the war. Fight until Ukraine wins. Look at this. The vast majority, about 3/4, 73% agreed with that position. Negotiate to end the war as soon as possible. Only 22%. Look at where we are now. It's a complete flip. It's the inverse. Now 69% want to
69. Nice. Nice. Hey, wasn't 69 wasn't that the average age of a Ukrainian soldier?
Yeah, at this point, yes.
At this point, I
69.
think. Sounds like they're running out of citizens to abduct on street corners and force into the military.
Yeah.
But this guy's very loud in the blue suit.
negotiate to end the war as soon as possible, compared to just 24% who want to fight until Ukraine wins. That's a 49-point drop in this position. Now, of course, negotiating to end the war as soon as possible, that's a bit more nuanced, right? Ukrainians don't want to agree to all of Russia's demand, but I think the idea of even there being some territory that would be not formally recognized as being given that Russia could in fact stay in, that does have majority support, but the idea of formal recognition of Russia's demands, absolutely not.
I don't know why the other guy just goes, hey, I'm standing right here. Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? Here.
All right. Why do you think that opinion has changed?
And by the way, the people who want to fight until Ukraine wins, the 24%, that's just Zelensky, Lindsey Graham, and Macron's dick wife.
Why is this a two-man job to tell us these stats? That's what I'm confused.
I don't know why it takes two guys to tell us this, but it does. I think there's more to this.
To the extent that it has.
Well, I think one of the big reasons why opinions have changed is this idea that this war is going to end anytime soon. Ukrainians don't think it will. Take a look here. Ukrainians on the war ending within a year. Just 25% say that it is likely. Look at this. 68%. 68% say it is unlikely that the war will in fact end in a year. And you'll notice, John, this 68% looks a heck of a lot like the 69% who say that they want to negotiate to end the war as soon as possible.
So President Trump overnight ruled out Ukraine joining NATO, seemingly ever. But what do Ukrainians feel about that?
Obviously Ukrainians would like to join NATO. That has been a goal of theirs for a number of years. But the idea that that NATO admission will happen within 10 years, look at the collapse in this position. 2022, it was 64%. Now it is just half that level at 32%. So again, this is one of the goals that, Ukrainians had since the beginning of the war. They no longer believe that it's achievable. Well, the idea that Russia is going to be forced out of all of that land that they're occupying, they don't necessarily believe that that is going to happen. So again, I think this is one of the reasons why Ukrainians, they certainly don't want to accede to every Russian position, certainly not most of them, but the idea that they do want to negotiate an end to this war as soon as possible, that has now gone through the roof. Again, we're talking about 69%, which is such a big difference from where we were at the beginning of the war when it was just 22.
Wanting to negotiate doesn't mean wanting to surrender.
Correct.
It means wanting to discuss, and not believing that they'll join NATO is different than wanting to join NATO.
You got it.
But you can very much see how Ukrainian thinking has changed over the last few years.
Absolutely, John.
Aryan, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, what do you think changed? Well, they're losing terribly the whole time, is my guess. Genius.
Yeah, like, I don't know, over 500,000 Ukrainians have already been slaughtered, and they've lost all the territory, and they're not winning. How about that? How about
They're
that?
jamming old men in vans now. It was kind of a tip-off. It's not going to work out.
Yeah, how about that? How about that they're slamming 60-year-olds into vans and making them to go fight on the front lines. And
this is for morons that watch CNN to have something to say to people that know something about something.
Yeah.
When they mention, remember how I said Ukraine couldn't win and they lost the whole time and they're going to lose now? And I was right. Remember that dipshit? That's what they're going to say back to you. Well, it doesn't mean they don't want to be in NATO.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit what they want? They lost. They lost.
They lost. And if you'd like to hear my jokes about Ukraine, come see me in Rutherford, New Jersey, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Appleton, Rosemont, Chicago, Louisville, Fort Wayne, Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, San Francisco. And my new special, Grab 'em by the Pussy, will be out this Saturday on YouTube, Rumble, and all other places. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for our tour tickets. See you then. All right, over to Steph.
All right. Apparently, Israel is asking Jews from USA and Europe to join the reserves as they don't have the numbers. They now have 50-year-olds going to Gaza for IDF, GU 81.
Randy Fine, it's time to go.
I have a normal kitchen timer. Oh, I read that one, Hart. So funny. I'm not sure what that is. I've been eating garbage for 25 years, but I tell her she's a good cook, and I'm still breathing. Morty Duke. Morty.
I didn't know I ate a whole credit card every day. That was disconcerting to hear.
Fuck Major. I'm done with them. This was the losers manager's power play. Firing him would have been bad enough, but they called the cops? These places pay people like dirt and look at them as peasants. A kid at heart. And this one's from Jay Chris. Jay Chris, look at you. Hey, guys. Big fan. Saw your last show in Cathedral City. Any chance you can take a wrong turn and do a show in Albuquerque?
Yes.
Thank you for your insights.
Yes, I've been trying to get into Albuquerque. I have my agent is on it. I can't wait to go to Albuquerque.
One of Major errors is or was a congressman out of Kalamazoo that voted to impeach Trump. That's from Whistling P-Hole. Nice handle. In high school, I worked for a grocery store with a similar policy.
Quit bragging.
I asked a few times to take food home. Every time they said, pay for it or trash it. Shekel master.
Isn't that something?
The amount of food that's trashed, it's out of control. You're back, America. Torture.
If you just said, you can't have it, you're kind of a dick, but okay, maybe the store policy, you're the manager, blah, blah. Why would that even be a thing that you try to catch them over time, slowly building up to 110? All garbage, by the way. None of it is worth $110.
Right.
I don't even. Where are they from? Seven Mountains?
Yeah. So who was filming that? Was that the policeman who was filming that?
It looks
that
like body
exchange?
cam.
Right?
That's the body cam.
There was the cop's body cam.
I think the cop has to identify themselves and then do the body cam. I want to see what person is doing that. And what was that woman? What was that woman sitting there? Was she supposed to be witnessing what was happening?
Yeah.
Look,
because the manager and the cop weren't.
Maybe she was from Human Resources and she had to witness it or whatever. Yeah.
Well, if she had to witness it from Human Resources, it would have been like, "Hey, let's stop this. Don't call the police."
You would think.
That story is no good for that grocery store, that business. No way. All right. In high school, I read that one. Okay, I read that one. Why are you surprised? F says, are you disgusted what U.S. does to animals and or humans? Both. F, thank you. Guys, have Jack Morgan from the RLP podcast. That's from Lazgergastajamon. Here at Major, we've going to continue to raise prices until 80% of all the poors don't shop here and have to go to the food bank. P. Walker. Thank you, P. Unhealthy society tortures animals. F. Kurt, do a deep dive into SSRIs. Start with Moncrieff's 2022 Nature paper and 2007, The Emperor's New Drugs by Irving Kirsch at Harvard Medical School, and book by Cochrane co-founder Peter Ghosh.
You don't got to do a derp dive on that one. Here, let me sum it up. They figured out how to make Buddhism as a pill.
Summed up. Thank you,
Neither
Kurt.
here nor there.
Hey,
No point in any of it.
All right, back to Jim.